Hi guys, welcome to Film Companion South. I am Vishal Menon and today I am going to be reviewing Jiiva's new film Seeru. Seeru, directed by Rathina Shiva, begins with two overdressed women driving back at night on a long empty road. They listen to Tendal Vandu on the radio and it leads to a particularly fresh conversation. Is Ilayaraja great or not? But there's no debate or discussion going on here. After a minute, they agree that even the grandchildren are going to fall in love over Raja's music. So it's a long drive, empty roads, Raja's music. Did I underestimate Ratna Shiva or are we watching the opening scenes of an unexpectedly progressive love story? But this thought lasted all of 5 seconds and were quickly brought down to reality when they get stopped at a checkpost by a shifty police officer. He takes away their phones and orders them to make their way into a makeshift tent. One woman is dragged away while the other locks herself up in the car, using this time to send an SOS voice note to a WhatsApp group on her spare phone. A few minutes later, as they wait helplessly in the hands of these obviously crooked officers, a voice message pops up on the phone. Had this been the 2000s, this would have been the cue for Paravai Muniyamma to pop up from nowhere. But we've progressed, so we've got a WhatsApp message doing this. Our hero Manimaran arrives immediately, beats everyone to pulp and delivers some advice on WhatsApp etiquette. Expectations are quickly managed and we've readjusted ourselves to the rules of the mass entertainer now. It's no longer about what next or the whys, it's only about the hows. Which means that what follows isn't really about a plot or the story. It's more a checklist of must-haves this film needs to accommodate to propel the hero into stratosphere. So we get another intro song that discusses topics like youth, love and sundry. We then get a fair-skinned heroine that appears in 4 scenes and 1 song, and she must have worked really hard to get her lip sync perfectly wrong. We get a hero that delivers great speeches about friendship, which is of course followed up with a wisecracking best friend whose idea of humor involves making a man pee all over someone else. Seeru also makes a lot of room for that rare emotion our films barely touch upon. Tangachi Pasam, I think it's called. It's not that we aren't prepared for all these in a film like this, but the trick is in making these elements appear organic, as though they were always part of the design. So when the action suddenly shifts from small town Tamil Nadu to Chennai, you hear the producer thinking, so it's B and A center compliant. So I'm not a fan of his first film Rekka, but at least it had a certain amount of self-awareness which gave us the impression that the makers were in on the film's obviousness. But Seeru takes itself too seriously for its own good, which is a shame because it's a film with several great masala ideas that could really have been milked for better effect. What if the man who's out to kill you ends up saving the life of the most important person in your life? Why should it always be the men avenging the murder of their friend? Now these are interesting situations, but the writer struggles to incorporate these within this dated template. Out of nowhere, the genre shifts completely to a flashback involving a studious girl and a righteous stance against injustice. But the connective tissue leading us to this character is so thin that it feels like someone switched channels on the TV midway. But if you're willing to overlook these to single out individual scenes instead of the film as a whole, there's fun to be had, with the fight scenes being a major highlight. If you're looking for more from your mass everyday entertainer, then Seeru falls well short. That's it for my review of this week's film Seeru. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to Film Companion South.